Analyzing your own replays are the go-to advice I give to everyone looking to improve. No matter your rank, you can learn a lot about your own playstyle, strengths, and most importantly, your weaknesses by watching over your own gameplay and taking notes. That is, if you know what you're looking for. It has been brought to my attention that a lot of people get stuck when it comes to watching over their own replays as they don't quite understand when they've made mistakes or how they can better them. And to be fair to you, that is a really hard thing to get. Normally, you need the perspective of a coach or a high-level player that has some better sense of the game to look over your replay and point out mistakes you might not even realize you're making. I also know that not everyone has the money for a coach, and so I thought I would give you a breakdown of the things to look for in your replays so that you can start analyzing your gameplay and make improving much easier. I'll go over lots of little tips for you to watch for when going through your replays and then finish the video with a quick analysis of my own replay so you can kind of see what I mean. Now, a quick disclaimer. There will definitely be things in my replay that I miss, because, like I said, sometimes there will be mistakes you don't even realize you're making. Just bear that in mind before I get backseat coached by my entire comment section. Oh, and while we're on the topic, I hit GC again, so there's that. Also, this week's video is sponsored by Displate. Now, displates are essentially these metal posters that are really high quality and really easy to set up. The website offers a huge variety to choose from, so no matter what you're into, you're sure to find something you're gonna like. I picked a few up for myself and my family, and honestly, they are so easy to set up. All you have to do is stick the small protective leaf to the wall, line the magnet up with the leaf, and you're all good to go. No nails, no hammers, no worries. On top of that, they also plant a tree for every displate purchased as part of the Forest Garden project, which is absolutely incredible. If you use the link in the description within the first 2 weeks of this video's release, you'll get 30% off, and anytime after that, you'll get 15% off. So a big thank you to Displate for sponsoring the video, and make sure you head over and pick some up for yourself. The first thing you want to do when you're going over a replay is to take notes. It seems a little excessive, but if you want to improve and actually stop making the same mistakes game after game, you might want to write down the information that can help. It only has to be bullet points, but little notes really can help keep things present while practicing. Next, you will want to find a game that is either a close win or a loss. Anytime you get completely blown out and lose by a huge amount, while you can look at it, chances are you and your teammates probably gave up at some point, and so you won't be playing your best. This is why close matches are the best to watch, as you will see much more than just good plays and bad plays. You'll notice panic, urgency, and hesitation throughout the game. So, loading up the replay file, you'll want to watch everything from your point of view first, and then take in situations around you. Instead of focusing on the ball and what you're doing and how you're shooting, look at your movement. Look at how you make your way around the field, how you land, and your positioning. These are the things we tend to do subconsciously, but ultimately affect our entire game. Small things like bad pathing when picking up boost, turning at the wrong time, or not being fully aware of everyone's position on the field can lead to mistakes, which can then lead to goals. The first main rule when it comes to watching replays is to understand that while you might not be the direct cause of conceding a goal, as in you weren't the one that missed the save, there is almost always something you could have done leading up to the opponent's shot that would have made things easier. An example being not diving into a challenge down the field, which then leaves your teammate in a 1v2 situation and makes it harder for them to save the shot. So after watching through the replay and noticing all the subconscious things you're doing, you should have started your list of things. If you haven't written anything down, you're either being too easy on yourself or you're excusing small mistakes as one-offs, both of which are not going to help you improve. The next thing you want to do is to go to each time you concede a goal, then go back about 20 seconds and watch from your point of view. You should notice here that out of the list of things you've already written down, some of them will start to show in your gameplay. Once again, you want to be looking for things that you might have done that lead to your opponent's scoring. I'll show a few examples of this later when I go through my own replay so you understand kind of what I mean. Another thing you should do at this stage is to watch the same section back, but from your teammate's point of view. This can give you a new perspective of your gameplay and can show potential mistakes in your rotations and positioning. If you want to go even a little further, you can watch from a bird's eye view to really look at your movement around the field. So once you've gone through the game looking at your subconscious actions, and then again looking over every time you concede, the last thing you want to try is watching from one of your opponent's point of views. Yes, this sounds a little weird, but it can give you a lot of insight as to what kind of player you are. By watching from your opponent's point of view, you can start to make calls about how you would react if you were to come up against someone that played like you. The best thing this teaches you is how predictable you are. I know I'm pretty predictable, and so it's something I've been trying to work on recently, but if you watch from your opponent's point of view and you look at yourself, you'll see why they challenged you when you had the ball, every time it was easy to block your shot or score past you. It's once again a really easy way to understand your mistakes when it comes to positioning, offense, and defense. Now, after all of that, you should have a list that has a decent amount of things to work on. From here, you should head into free play and start training and coming up with drills to work on these flaws in your gameplay. If for whatever reason you can't figure out how to train a certain aspect of your gameplay, my channel has a load of videos going over different ways to improve your gameplay, a few routines, and general guides to help. The only one I can't really teach is general game sense, but that's what this replay analysis method helps you learn. The more you go over the game in different situations, the more you start to become familiar with them, which helps your quick decision making in the future. So after all that, I'm going to show you some of the examples of me going over my own replay, and I'll go through some of the things that I would bullet point to work on later. It's probably important to watch this part for the majority of you, as there will be things that you might not even consider pulling yourself up on. So sit back and enjoy me quickly ripping apart my gameplay. So there's good defense. I could have got a second touch here. So like the first touch into the wall and then the second touch to my left hand side now. Put it out of reach. But that landing is pretty poor, honestly. Can definitely do better there. Lucky that my teammate handled that pretty well. So another thing I would look at here is using the wall. Right here, you know what they're going to do. They're already in there. Just travel along the wall, because that way you've got the height already. I got lucky my teammate got in the way there. In this position, you also when you're going over your replays, you want to be stopping and saying, right, what should I do? And then you watch it back. Right now, because the ball is moving to the right-hand side of the goal, I probably want to be pathing towards the left-hand side. It doesn't matter if I get 100 boost off this boost pad here or the boost pad on the right, down the right-hand side here, because I can go straight through the middle towards Shady's Deer and pick up like 4 or 5 boost pads, getting me there anyway. Instead, I decided to go down the right-hand side, which puts me on the wrong side of the ball, and like I'm kind of in my teammate's way there. He did well to get that around me and to not really get blocked by anything. But here, I'm an option for my teammate, and he decided not to take it. So right here, this is the kind of situation you want to watch from your teammate's point of view. Do you look like an option? Yes. But also, in this, you have to be fair. In this point of view, he can't see the other opponent. He knows one is behind to his right. He can't see the other one. So he's like, okay, maybe I can shoot. Maybe I should pass it. He makes a pretty rough first touch. I think his camera settings are a bit weird, to be honest. But he makes a rough first touch. Right here, whose ball is it to go for? This is a situation where I don't have knowledge of where my teammate is. So this is when understanding when to use the right stick. So right now, what I would have written down in the bullet points is pathing over boost pads, definitely. Using the walls to better defend, and understanding where every player is on the field at any given point in time. Because my teammate and I both had equal opportunities to shoot that ball, in my opinion, but I should have recognized that he was going forwards for it. In just the turn, look at how much boost I use. I'm on 37, right? And I've barely started moving forward, now I'm on 9. Fortunately enough, the mid boost comes up, so we're fine. But like, you really need to drill yourself. Like, you really need to be really hard on yourself about the things to improve on. If you're focusing on is improvement. If your focus is to improve in this game and to rank up, then don't be easy on yourself. Don't like cut any corners when you're losing games, because like you need to acknowledge the fact that you're losing games and you need to take the steps to help yourself out. That's my half flips off, man, damn. Okay, so let's go back and let's have a look at what could have stopped that goal. I'm taking the boost in the top left. It's a bad 50 by me. I took my eyes off there for no reason, maybe. Let's have a look. We're both going down this side. My teammate decides to put it towards the wall. I take my eyes off right. I have 37 boost. I could have got mid boost and just gone directly like this way, and I would have had a better shot at saving this ball. But I think I go to the back boost, thinking he's not going to hit it maybe? Oh, I don't know why I've done that. So I can take mid boost and go directly towards net. But I take mid boost and go down the line and I take my eyes off. Okay, yep. So there's the problem. I took my eyes off and I go down the line instead of towards net. And if I'd gone towards net, that's literally landing just like near post. So that would be an easy save. Yes, while sometimes it is your teammate's fault, you need to understand where you could have been of more help. Here I slow down. That's a 50. Boost pads. Take the boost pads. See, I'm bad pathing. Literally, I could have taken the boost pad directly behind me and then gone to the one between me and Shady's deer. And then the one right in front of the goal, and that's 36 boost immediately. But I take this one. I slow down as well. And I don't get there in time because my pathing is bad and I slow down. So look, right here. You don't get the ball. There's no point in turning. Like, you don't need to jump in at this point because we're in no immediate danger. If I had turned back, I'll slow it down for you guys because this is the one thing that will get you scored on the most, I swear. Let's go to 50. You get the boost. I have 100 boost and they're not really in any position to shoot right now. I could just shadow this ball the entire way in. Instead, I turn around. Diving in right here. My teammate has, I'm going to say no boost. Yeah, once again, my teammate has no boost just because of the situation he was in up the field. I've taken the boost from him and I've dived in, which just means he's in a 1v2. And then all it takes is one good 50 and an open net. And it's just so unnecessary. Like, there's just genuinely no reason you need to be diving in on tackles like this. I missed that ball, so there's not even like a putting it up the wall for safety kind of thing. I dive and I take 100 boost. My teammate is now stuck. So, while some people might be like, okay, my teammate could have just played that a little bit better, you need to understand you were the last man back. I was the last man back. Shadowing is my #1 priority here, and I messed it up. That's not my teammate's fault by any means. That is completely on me. From this replay alone, my points that I would go into free play and work on, you can't really do it in free play, but shadow defending and understanding priority when you're last man back, that's a big game sense thing. But that can also be done with like shadow defending training packs, which I'm sure you can find online. Boost management is always a thing for me, definitely. Control, like a little bit of control and first touches seem to be a problem, especially controlling the ball when it comes to dribbling. General awareness of my teammate and my opponents. I got a little bit better at it using sound, but general awareness of my teammate was a big thing because I think I took the ball from him a few times. And adaptability towards my teammate, towards understanding how they play. If I can see that they're a player that plays a bit more aggressively, like he was playing a bit more aggressively with 0 boost. I'll play this so you guys have something to watch. He's playing aggressively with 0 boost. Not in this situation, but like other situations. I need to understand that and play a bit more passively to kind of adapt to his play style.
So there you have it. That's everything for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was one that a lot of people have been asking for a while, and so I hope it can help those of you out there who are seriously looking to improve your gameplay. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll see you next time.